It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
So, by the way, I always understand why somebody's mad. I used to be the person and be like, why are you mad about that? You cannot tell people why they should be offended. You cannot tell people how to be offended. You can't tell people to react.
Yeah.
You can't tell people how to react, period. It's just that when you put it out there, you got to deal with whatever the consequences are of what you say. That's why we act like freedom of speech doesn't exist. It absolutely exists. But like we've always said, you're just not free of the consequences. You're not free of the backlash. You're not free of the reaction. You're not free of the outrage.
As long as those consequences aren't jail or violence, then it's free speech. And I think in other places, you can be jailed or you can have something violent done to you. And then all of a sudden, you don't have that freedom to speak. So we do have it here. You just got to be willing to pay the other prices, which is another person looking at you and being like, hey, that's really fucked up what you said.
That's right.
Your job coming to you and say, listen, I don't want someone who believes the things you believe to work here, etc.
Yo, John Gruden can use whatever language he wants in the email.
What did he say?
All the stuff that was considered great in the 80s and 90s.
Really? He had an Eddie Murphy special?
Bro, he called, what did he pull up? Pull it up, Alex. I don't want to misquote. Oh, Eddie Murphy special.
Ooh.
Yes. 80s raw, baby. Yes. John Gruden was letting it fly.
Really? Now,
I thought he was a nice guy.
What was I got to see what he said, but what's so funny about this is seeing the ex-football players come out and like say, oh, he's a fraud. What a piece of shit. Like they haven't been in the locker room saying these exact goddamn things.
Bro,
let me see what it is, though. Let me see.
Cowboy Jerry Jones. What you say about Jerry?
I don't know, but if they're going through a lot of emails, they about to see a lot more. That's what I said on Breakfast Club this morning.
Who leaked the emails? Why are
they're doing an investigation into the Redskins?
Damn. And they used him. They said they had a lot of porn up there, too.
But, like, it's his personal emails. Why are you allowed to leak that?
Look at Alex struggling to spell misogynistic.
That's Taylor, yo.
Oh, that's you, Taylor. How does a woman not know how to spell misogynistic?
For real.
They don't use that word.
Just click right there. Click on any of them. That's exactly it.
They'll show a little excerpt.
Yeah, keep scrolling down. Scroll down.
Up.
No. You saw it? Yeah, okay, there you go. Gruden's messages were sent to Bruce Allen, the former president of the Washington football team, and others. Gruden called the league's commissioner, Roger Goodell, the F word, the gay slur, the F word, and a clueless anti-football pussy, and said that Goodell should not have pressured Jeff Fisher, then the coach of the Rams, to draft the Q word, that's the gay slur, a reference to Michael Sam. Which is, you know what's so interesting about this? Like, Carl played for John Gruden. Carl came out at the beginning of this season.
Oh,
so imagine those emails he probably sent about our guy Carl.
Damn, Carl.
What else was interesting about this? He said that Eric Reed needed to be fired, right, for protesting the national anthem. Eric Reed, that took the knee with Cap.
Wow.
He pushed back against a bill to change the name of the Washington Redskins football team.
Yeah.
He denounced women referees. So he covered all the bases. Everything. Misogyny, homophobia. He had something bad to say about indigenous people. He was against racism. Covered all the bases, man.
What else we got?
What's indigenous? What's indigenous people? I heard that yesterday.
Native Americans.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like everybody that's in sports has to pretend now that they don't say these exact same things about the commissioner, that they don't say these exact same things about these other teams, and they don't use these exact same words and have these exact same opinions, right? So it's like,
somebody
now
got to fall.
Exactly. Now that Gruden came out with it, everybody else in the NFL has to act like they've never said the F word or the Q word in the locker room.
They're in their emails right now. Delete.
Here's the thing. I think it's bigger than the words. And I'll tell you why. It's bigger than the words because he was actively trying to take food off people's plates. Like when you say, look, this person shouldn't be drafting this person because he's gay. You know what I mean?
No. The team shouldn't be pressured to draft someone just because they're gay.
But why would you care?
Because a team should not be pressured to draft a player for any other reason besides the fact that he's good.
Well, how do we know Goodell even pressured him? Like Michael Sam didn't even go to like the 5th round or something.
But it's still good for like jersey sales and stuff like that. So,
but how would you? I'm just saying, like that's just how would we know that Goodell? And
we're assuming that he knows something we don't know.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that.
That's assumption.
I remember when Goodell, when I did the press conference at Rock Nation, and Goodell was in there with Jay, and I'm like, yo, all of this is great, but nothing's gonna really change until y'all let Cap come back in the league. And Goodell was like, I'm not keeping Cap out of the league. He's like, I'm not an owner.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell these people who to sign and who not to sign.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's true or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if by him saying that about Cap, I don't see how he could pressure a team to sign somebody. But even with that, the women referees, he denounced women referees. So you're basically saying women can't be referees because they're women. To me, it's like and saying Eric Reed should be fired for protesting the national anthem. So you're trying to stop people's bags. It's one thing if you're just using the words, right? Or you say some misogynistic shit, or you say a gay slur. That's bad too.
What is his reasoning for the women referees?
They didn't say. They say he just denounced female referees.
Is it because like
and then somebody had this meme going around?
Can I get a joke off?
Oh no, go ahead.
Can I get a joke off? You know what I mean? I had a fire one, dog.
I saw you throw it off the back.
I was about to get it, bro. I had it, man. You know what I mean? Then I just realized that it's not gonna work. Fuck.
But no, it was something like they was even passing around a meme about a Hooters a waitress saying it was like, "Good job, Roger." Like, this is who you gonna have refereeing our games type of stuff.
Oh, that's just locker room talk.
Yeah, but guess what? I still think you're stopping people's bags. I really do. I think it's whack. Like that's literally like Eric Reed should be fired for protesting. Women shouldn't be referees. You shouldn't draft gay guys. Like, you're stopping people's money, bro.
The Eric Reed thing is peculiar. I have to see that. I don't know why that he would even care about it.
Yeah.
I think just by using context clues, I think we got a crack on our hands.
No.
Yes.
Charlotte, you acting
covered
crazy
all
right
the bases.
Now. You're acting crazy right now. You're acting crazy.
So tell me why that. So
you've been around dudes like. We're not acting like, we're not like in a corporate setting right now. In a corporate setting, we have to look at that email and go, oh my God, that's disgusting. But like calling, what is his name? Commissioner Goodell, an anti-football pussy. That is how 99% of people believe.
Yes, sure. But do you go around calling gay people the F word all the time? No. That's my point.
But he's not gay.
Who?
Yeah, Goodell. He probably get mad.
You're just using it as a way to insult a man.
Okay.
Is it wrong? Yes. But do we think people do it, especially in a football locker room? Of course.
Well,
and if you don't think they do, ask Carl.
Sure.
I guarantee they do.
I'm sure they do. But guess what?
The only one who don't get called.
He called Michael. Okay, but listen. He called Michael Sam the Q word, right? And he said Michael Sam shouldn't pressure him to draft this Q word.
Well, Q is not a bad word. You can call somebody queer.
In that context, it absolutely is a bad word.
Well, now you put an intent on him.
It's context, though. He said it.
If he wanted to be hateful, he would have used the F word. He uses it, but he doesn't call gays the F word. He calls straights the F word.
Almost the same sentence.
He probably had reached his quota that day. You know what I'm saying? He probably had reached his quota that day. You know what I mean?
The Eric Reed thing is the most concerning.
Because the Q word was a slur for the longest. They added the Q to the LGBTQ thing.
Right.
But I still think it can be a slur based on context.
Of course.
In that context, he absolutely was.
Anything can be a slur based on context.
Yes, that was a slur based on context.
If he was like, they're hiring gay people, it's like, well, gay is the right word, but if you're saying it in that way with that face, then it looks a little bit more insulting.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if a guy checks off that many boxes, it's hard to defend him.
But this guy has so many gay people.
But
those are a lot of boxes.
Though.
But if he's emailing other football people who I guarantee talk to, you don't think there's football players that see like female referees and they're going, what the fuck is going on with this female referee?
Well, guess what?
You don't think that happens?
Of course, but guess what? You're an idiot if you're sending that in an email knowing who you are.
Now that's a different discussion. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Have you seen his haircut? He's a fucking idiot.
I'm just saying, like, you are an idiot.
He's an idiot.
If you're sending that in an email, and by the way, this is from 2010 to 2018.
Damn.
Yeah, he checks all the boxes. You can't really defend him.